Welcome to the KKY College of Horticulture, Nashik. So, I am Professor N.S. Gogre, Department of Soil Science, KKY College of Horticulture, Nashik. The topic for today's lecture is soil layer and factors affecting soil layer. So, let's start the lecture. Soil layer. It is the fourth major component of soil, which comprises of 25% in volume. It means the air which is present in soil pores is called as a soil layer, and its movement of air from soil to the atmosphere, it is called as a soil aeration. It is used by food for respiration by the root, decomposition of organic matter by the microorganisms, and release of soil air. Most desired condition is when well aerated soil, there is exchange of oxygen between soil air and atmosphere air, which is rapid. Means well aerated soil has a well exchange of gases, that is exchange of soil air and atmosphere air. Factors which influences the rate of gas ejection are pore spaces, temperature of soil, depth of soil, wetting and drying, and vegetative cover. Okay. What do you mean by pore space? It is also called as a void, having portion of soil volume which is not occupied by a solid portion. It is called as a pore space. The pores is mostly occupied by soil air and soil water. The pore space percentage depends on soil texture, that is relative proportion of sand, silt, and clay. Then aggregate arrangement, that is flocculation, or that is also called as a soil structure. Arrangement of aggregates, that is sand, silt, and clay in the soil. Then the pore spaces or aeration percentage of soil, different soils are sandy soils, which is the most important components, that is 35 to 50%. Then medium to fine textured soil, that is 40 to 60%. Good for plant growth, that is almost 50%. And compacted soil, which has a percentage of soil area, that is 25 to 30%. Then size of pores. Pore space, it is divided into two, macro pore space and micro pore space. Macro pore space size having greater than 0.06 millimeter in range, and micropores having micropores having size range that is less than 0.06 millimeter. Macrospores are found in between aggregates, and microspores occur within structural aggregates. Then macropores allowed ready movement of air and percolating water, and microspore space mostly filled with water in moist soil, not permit much air movement into out of soil, and water movement also slow, depending upon size of pores. Then soil aeration, that is the process of exchange of gases between soil air to atmospheric air. It is the most important vital process which largely controls the levels of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Then poor soil aeration under poor soil aeration condition under two conditions, which are excessive moisture. It is mostly occupied by soil water, so percentage of soil air is very less. So it is due to its nature, it is called as a poor aerated soil. It has very slow gaseous exchange. The two mechanisms for gaseous exchange between soil layer, that is mass flow and diffusion. These are two processes. The first important process of uh, exchange of gases between soil layer is mass flow. It is due to pressure differences between atmospheric air and soil air, which is occupied by fluctuation in soil moisture content and modified by temperature and pressure. Due to pressure differences, it creates rapid movement of gases, that is soil air from soil air to atmospheric air. That is mass flow. Then diffusion. It is more important than mass flow, which involves great bulk of gaseous. It is determined by one partial pressure. Diffusion allows extensive movement of air from one area to another, though there is no overall pressure gradient. That diffusion. It is movement from lower concentration to higher concentration. That is diffusion. Then characterization of soil air depends on content of oxygen and oxygen diffusion rate. Content of water. Atmospheric air contains 21% of oxygen, 0.03% of carbon dioxide, and 79% of nitrogen. In contrast, soil air contains 20.9% of oxygen, 0.03% of carbon dioxide, and nitrogen 78%. You know what is ODR, which determines the rate at which oxygen can be replenished when it is used by roots or microorganisms when forced out by water. It is called as oxygen diffusion rate. ODR is good with decrease with soil depth. Top growth of roots observed under ODR, which is 30 to 40 until 10 to 8 gram per centimeter square. That is oxygen. Then it is most oxidation reduction potential. If oxidation and reduction potential is high, the substance is called as oxidizing agent, which oxidizes the gases. Extent of gases oxidized when there is a potential is high. Then next most important topic, that is factors affecting soil aeration. First, you have to analyze different factors which affect soil aeration. That is first and most important topic. First and most important factor, that is soil texture. Then second, bulk density, and third, aggregate stability, and fourth, that is organic matter content. So we have to see what is soil texture affection on soil aeration. When there is a fine soil texture, there is well aerated soil. Exchange of gases between soil air and atmospheric air becomes rapid. So it is called as a good aerated soil. Bulk density. It increases with pore space. Means more bulk soil. When bulk density is high, pore space is high. Aggregate stability. Means it has to do with absorption of moisture. That is, when it is at moist level, then there will be more rapid movement of more rapid movement of gases between soil air and atmospheric air. Then organic matter content. With increase in organic matter content, soil aeration increases. As decomposition process of organic matter started, it will increase rapid movement of gases between soil air and atmospheric air. Okay, these are the most important factors which affect soil aeration. Okay, the factors which influence on soil aeration is the effect on the redox potential, the levels of oxygen, which largely determines the forms of several inorganic nutrients or elements which gets oxidized. These elements are readily utilized in land. Then plants. Activities of higher plants are adversely affected in three ways by poor aeration. Then next important influencing factor is soil microorganism. The organism which influences many soil reaction and in turn soil property has a great influence on soil aeration. Okay, it is all about today's lecture, that is soil air and factors influencing soil air. Thank you very much.